Would you like to have the guru framework on how they're able to close sales, not only through their content, but from their events? That's what I'm going to share with you in this video. A strategy that the gurus or the experts or the influencers, whatever you want to label them, that they use to create a transformation in their prospects, reinforce that transformation, and empower them to want to take the next steps with them. And that the next step usually is enrolling in their higher ticket programs. Now, my name is Colin Yearwood, and over the last few years, I've sold over $4 million in coaching and training programs. And it's my goal to help you sell more effectively so you can make a bigger impact in your life and the lives of your clients. So if you're like me, I've been around this online space a long time. But if you're like me, you've attended a lot of webinars, masterclasses, challenges. And most of those leaders, those teachers, those influencers who are running webinars, masterclasses, challenges, they're using a specific framework that allows them to do a few things, do four key things that move that attendee, either a free attendee or someone who paid a low cost to come to that event, what they do during that event, during that online event, and at many times actually in-person events. What they do at those events empower the person to have a transformation, increase their level of belief, give them new insight, and courage as to, hey, I can actually do this thing now. And because of that framework that they use, that person is more than likely to sign up, go to the back of the room, go to the sales page, or speak to the salesperson like myself about enrolling in the program. So over the years that I've sold coaching, most of the coaching I've sold has come on the back end of events. So the clients I work with, they run events. Like a client I'm working with right now, he's running an event for the last 10 months. We do it once a month, and it's a 5-day challenge. And in that 5-day challenge, he walks people through a specific process, and I'll share that process with you in a second. But I want to paint the picture for you so you can see what is it that they do and how you can use the same process, not only in doing live events or online or offline, but in how you create your content. So at those events, it's set up in such a way that you're able to experience a transformation, a shift in the way you think, increase your belief in actually you can actually do the thing. It builds confidence in that person who's presenting. And at the end of that, they normally would send you to a call to action. Hey, if you want to continue to work with us on day 4 or day 5, go and sign up here. That person comes on a call with me. Now, they're more likely to buy because of that experience. And the programs I'm selling right now range between $25,000 and $55,000. But what makes that program more sellable is the experience that they have with my client. An authentic experience, a transformational experience, and an experience that empowers them to make a big difference. So here's how you can use that same framework to do the same for your clients. So the first thing you want to do is create a big mindset shift in your potential clients. You want to, most times people come into you with their own perspective and beliefs about what needs to happen in order for them to solve their problem. And in most cases, that's not what exactly needs to happen. There is a different way of doing it. So the first thing you need to do is help them see a different way, shift their mindset to open their eyes to a new possibility, a different way they can use to overcome that challenge. And you want to engage them in this thinking of a different way by going through what they may be thinking now, why that haven't worked, and what's the new way of thinking, a new way of new beliefs they need to adapt. Right? One of the new beliefs most people need to adapt in anything they do, especially when it comes to sales, is I'm worthy, I'm valuable. Right? I'm a problem solver. So shifting, those are beliefs we need to adapt. But most times we'll come to me and they say, hey, you know what? I just need a script. But when you dig deeper down, is there beliefs within them that is preventing them from selling, even having the best script. So the first thing you want to do at an event is find out what are the preconceived beliefs that people have about the problem that they're experiencing and how they're going to solve it. And by shifting that mindset, you're laying the foundation and you're preparing them for a transformation, right? So if you don't really address that at the beginning, it doesn't matter what you teach them going forward, They're still going to be stuck. But you have to do, the first thing is that work on helping people see the solution to the problem that you're solving, give them a new way of looking at it. And it's not the same old way, it's the same old way that they may think it, or the same old way that you used to think about it before you solved the problem, right? So you want to give them a new way of thinking. The first thing is a mindset shift. If you look back at events that you've attended, usually most events start off with mindset and beliefs and perceptions, and they call that out, right? And you're like, yeah, this doesn't work, this doesn't work. So that's the first thing. The second part of the process, right, is teaching them a new technique or giving them an action step to reinforce that identity of the new belief that they're going to adapt. So what this new technique does, it should be something that's easy for most people or the participants to actually apply and do. It has to be actionable, and it empowers them to implement on something that would create a small shift, a small change in their situation. And by giving people these practical examples at the event, not only it reinforces the learning, but there's more engagement with your content, right? So you can do this, as I mentioned before, this is the 4-part process you can use on when you're creating content. You can do it the same way. Some of your videos can be about mindset, some of your videos can be about techniques and action steps. And then the third part of the process is validation, examples, success stories. People want to see, okay, this new way, does it actually work? Does this new way actually work? And that's where you come in and share some success stories of your previous clients. But more importantly, share your success story that you've created for yourself. If you don't have clients, you don't have testimonials, you don't have client success stories, you should be your first testimonial. Hey, this is the way I used to think, and that relates to how they used to think. These are the new beliefs that I have adopted. It relates to the new beliefs that you share with them. And these are some of the steps this is a step that I took, right? And when you share that step, again, it's very similar, or the same step, the same first step that you took, that you gave them to try out. And then you share, okay, because of that, this was the result that I created. Now that reinforces the belief in them. Look, oh, I can do this. I never thought about it this way. Oh, this was simple to implement. This is doable for me. I can do this. At that point, that's where the transformation has occurred. You shift them from staying in the old state of being the old way that they were to a new way of thinking. And then the fourth part about it is you guide them to the next steps. And the next steps is your offer. The next steps is the thing you sell. The next step is the big solution. And one of the ways you may notice that a lot of people do that, is pretty simple. Hey, you've had fun at this workshop, this masterclass. You've learned a few things. You've adapted new beliefs. You're taking some actions you've never taken before. I would love to continue this journey with you. We have a program that will help you really implement these strategies and much more. Would you like to hear about it? And then you briefly talk about your program and set up whatever is your next step. For most people, I would recommend the next step is getting people to book on a calendar, to get on a call so you can go a little bit deeper with them and personalize that process that you just went through with them on a sales call, and then move them into the offer if it's a good fit for them. This 4-part process that I share with you is a process of transformation that you can use, that the gurus use, the experts use, the influencers use in order to create transformation in their prospects, their leads, their potential clients, and build that confidence that they can actually help them to solve the bigger problem. That 5-part process is: 1, you want to create a huge mindset shift at the beginning, right? The second thing you want to do is teach a technique or an action step that they can implement. It increases their belief. It's actionable. They become more engaged with you as what you're teaching. The third thing you want to do is share a success story. And what that success story looks like, it could be your story, how you overcome a similar or the same challenge that they're experiencing, or testimonials from your clients that align with it. And then the fourth step is you guide them to the ultimate solution. And that solution comes in form of your coaching, your mentorship program. And that's the way. That's what you do to go about making a big shift in the life of your clients, and also in the lives of their families and friends that you don't even know. See me in the next video. You can go to colinyearwood.com/school, SKOOL, for access to my free membership site, the Sales Coach and Gym. We do a lot more training like this and a lot of cool other resources. We have a tool there called 14 Days to Your First or Your Next Sale, and I'd love to see you in there. Take care.